Welcome back to the show. Now we're going to kick off our first segment with a little more focus on communities, right? And obviously something that's really important here in City Mississauga, as well as all over Peel, is the community. And of course, we've got great resources teams, including the CFS Community Resource Team of Mississauga. We're going to show you some B-roll first before we get to our guests.
They want to change. What do you guys want to see different?
What do we need, guys? We need parks, we need a basketball net, we need a community center for the whole of the youth, all ages.
We need a community center here for the youths, you know, parks. There used to be parks, trees, benches and all that.
They need a community center for like us, you know? 16 and up, kids like that. You play ball, have tournaments. The kids are busy. They go to school, they come home, they have nothing to do. Like, look at the kids being you hard. Look what they're Kids are survivors. They learn how to have fun. Keep our heads up. Whatever you guys take from us.
Yes.
They get to our age, but we need it back.
You need everything that everybody else got.
We need some basketball nets and some chairs to sit on. Place for us to just relax and not have any problems where violence isn't needed anywhere.
Who can help right now?
Only the mayor, the Ontario, whatever they could do for it, the people that are in charge of the country or the people that are in charge of Peel.
Do you think that if there was some help, some stimulation in this community, that it'd be easier for these youths?
Yeah, for sure. People would have a new way of thinking, change a new leaf, have new things to do with life.
Now, the video says it all, and who better to ask than the community themselves. And here representing the CFS, we're pleased to be joined by Rose Street, who is one of the founders of the actual CFS, as well as the chair, Tom Trianafuli. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you very much.
So we see in the video exactly what it is all about, and I'll start with you, Rose. Let's talk a little bit about what you guys do and what you're here for our community.
Well, we all live, right now we're in the region of Peel. You know, there's a lot of communities out there, and different things link communities and different things link neighbors. Mm-hmm. What we have in common is the love of family and the love of community. When you look around in our neighborhood, we have a vast amount of children in different stages, and as they grow, their needs change. Mm-hmm. So as parents, the best way that we can be responsive to their needs is to A, ask them what they want, and B, figure out the resources, or collectively get together to provide that for them. And this is what we did as individuals. We were doing many things in different pockets, and with the help of Tom and different agencies, we were able to come together, get the word out that we want to do something different, do something bigger, and there's strength in numbers always. So
right. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Now, what was your inspiration behind starting and kind of mobilizing this entire network in your community? Well,
one thing about the media, what the media enjoys is things that are hype, things that are exciting, and many times it's sometimes a negative that it makes it into the media. Mm-hmm. When you look around, I look at my community now, it's transformed over the last 4 years into something that is so beautiful and so energetic that we wanted that to be shown. But we also wanted to continue to keep the momentum going. We noticed that once you ask people, you know, do you want something different? And they're willing to do it. You make them aware of what is possible. They're willing to do it, and the energy and the force that came behind just saying, hey, let's get a park built in here so our kids can have something. And you know what, let's put on a barbecue. Right. Let's get to them, because people move in and out all the time. Mm-hmm. So let's get to know our neighbors. There's so many new faces there.
There is, and well, I mean, especially in this era, Tom, I mean, we live in the social media era, right? You'll be lucky enough if you see two people talk on the phone anymore. Yes. So your text messaging, your Facebook, and your Twitter, and all that. So I mean, it's pretty interesting to know that these kids are still asking for parks. They're still asking for basketball nets, right? And you know, they want to do that. So if these are provided, what happens next?
Well, I think when kids ask for basketball courts and when kids ask for these things, what they're really asking for is really to be a part of community and to be a part of something. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really the key to CFS resource team, the community resource team. First of all, I really have to congratulate this group of people. I've never seen a group come together and mobilize and organize themselves so beautifully. So I'm really thrilled and honored to be a part of this group. I think, again, the important thing is really, these are just, you know, kind of means to ends. A basketball court or you know, a hoop or just a barbecue are really, you know, an expression of other things. Right. An expression is community. So what we tried to do, and what certainly this group is doing, because I'm sort of, you know, kind of on the periphery where I should be as sort of, you know, someone who kind of just sort of maybe offers some advice is really, this is a group of people who really want to take back because they live in the community. You know, people who live in the community should really determine the outcome of their community.
Right.
And it shouldn't be agencies like Family Service Appeal or others. I mean, they should be supporters and resource people. So I think that's what you're hearing when you hear that from children and from adults. You're hearing people say, look, this is my community. I want it to be, you know, reflected and represented this way. And we want to determine what our outcomes are. And, you know, this group really needs to be applauded for having a vision for their community. And as I say, I think we really should look upon this community, the group of people, as really being a real change agents. And when I hear about change agents, I get really very excited. So,
well, it's providing a sense of encouragement for the community, right? Because I know, like, you know, probably many years ago, the community used to get involved a lot more, and then it kind of hit a standstill where everybody just kept to themselves and was like, well, we just live here, then, you know, this is a great way to bring everybody back into the ball game, right?
Of course, of course.
And you already see a lot of benefits coming from the initiatives you've started?
Well, the healthy relationships that you see developing, it's just like the flowers. I mean, you put a bud in the ground, and you give it the proper water, the sunlight, and every now and then you give it a bit of nutrients, you know what I mean?
Right, of course.
And what you see develop is beautiful. We invite anybody to come through our community because our community is worth coming through.
Right, and you guys are doing exactly this by getting the community involved by doing a CFS Community Resource Team Mega Home Yard Sale. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, this is, you know, we thought, what would get people out? Because who are you? You know, how do you get people to want to know who you are? You just appear and, you know, you're not just there. You need people to come to you.
A lot of people just won't knock on the door like, hi, I just want to introduce myself.
And people in this age, people don't like a knock on the door. They're afraid of it.
Oh, yeah, everybody's so nervous.
They'll email you.
Exactly. So what we thought was, it serves more than one purpose. It can clean out some clutter. That doesn't mean they're not good things, but sometimes we end up with more than we need.
Sure, yeah.
But it's valuable. In these economic times, every penny counts. So if we can clear out some of the very nice but unwanted stuff for us and sell them in a group, we're going to draw more people. We're going to get a little, you know, one-time financial benefit.
I agree. Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so we should tell everyone where this is so they can come to it. It's Saturday, April 30th from 11 p.m. to 3 p.m. and all over 3480, 3570, and 3590 Colonial Drive, Mississauga, Ontario, and 3420 the College Way, Mississauga as well. So get out there and do some spring cleaning or some spring collecting, either one, you know, and be a part of the community.
Yes. And get to know,
meet the team.
That's
right.
And
it's a great way for everybody to come out, start talking, and you know, introduce themselves, and everybody will just get to know their neighbors a bit more, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, and that's the whole point of a community, right? Community is not just a word. So, and plus, Tom will probably be there selling all his stuff, right?
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
He'll be there. Well, thank you so much to the both of you for being on our show, shedding some light on this. We really appreciate it. Get out there, enjoy the community, right?
Exactly. Call 416-833-7336 for more information and to get involved. We'll be right back.